Hello, my Padawans. Happy Friday night. What's happening? Tonight I am going to review the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Millennium Falcon Battle Pack, exclusive to Target. Destroy the Death Star. Now this is the Millennium Falcon from Return of the Jedi, when Lando goes into the core and blows up the Death Star with Wedge. And I bought this battle pack when I was out in 1984, so I didn't have a chance to review it. That's why I want to do a review on this Millennium Falcon. I've done a lot of reviews on the Micro Galaxy Squadron collection. And actually today I just received the new Millennium Falcon from the vault on Jazzwares that you can see here in the background, but I'm not going to open that one because I already have this one unboxed on display, so I'm going to save that one for later. The new Millennium Falcon has a new paint job and some different features, but we're not going to talk about that one. We're going to talk about the one that I have on display, and I think it's one of the good ones. This one, I think it was about $40 at Target. And again, it is an exclusive, and I want you to see the thumbnail. That is the packaging and the box that it came in. The Destroy the Death Star battle pack. Now, the battle pack came with a couple of TIE interceptors that I'm going to show you, and the Millennium Falcon. Let's look at the TIE interceptors first, because that's the reason why I got the battle pack. Now here it comes with a couple of TIE interceptors, and one of the reasons I got the battle pack is I didn't have a TIE interceptor. I never had one before, and so that's what I wanted to get, because technically you get two of them for free. Now, this is the chase, again, at the end of Return of the Jedi, where these guys are following the Falcon into the Death Star 2, by the moon of Endor. I mean, you've seen the movie. If you follow my channel, you know what I'm talking about. The rebels have to go to Endor to disable the shield generator, and that opens up the Death Star for Lando and Nimnam to go in and destroy the Death Star from within, from the core. And I love that scene, so that's why I picked up this Death Star. I mean, this Millennium Falcon. They do have one that was the first edition, that was from A New Hope. They also have a battle pack from A New Hope. They have another pack. I don't think they had one for The Empire Strikes Back. But I just wanted to get the Return of the Jedi one because I really love Return of the Jedi. I just remember seeing that scene at the movies, and I loved it. So it does come with a couple of TIE interceptors, and it does come with a base. This is what's so cool about the battle pack. It comes with this cool base that you can put the interceptors on, and it says Star Wars on there, and it's pretty cool. It's like clear. I mean, you can still see it, but I mean that's part of the draw for me. Now let's look over here. As you can see, the pack did come with 6 figures. Now, it came with a couple of Endor Rebel soldiers, Lando Calrissian General, Nimnam, and 2 TIE Interceptor pilots. But let's look a little bit closer at the TIE Interceptor. Look at the detail on this. The solar panels here, you have all the detail. It's just really cool. It's just You know, as a kid, I never had the Hasbro TIE Interceptor. I just never had it. And I know this is sort of a mini, smaller scale of the TIE Interceptor, but it's still pretty cool. And you get 2 in this battle pack. And again, this is the only place where you can get these stands. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at we're gonna put in the pilots, and let's take a look at the pilots really quick. There you go. You know, these guys are basically, you know, like black stormtroopers. They wear black helmets, black suits, black everything, right? They're like the best pilots that the Empire has. So what we're going to do, we're just going to drop them in here. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to put them in the cockpit. And we're going to close the lid. Now the interesting thing about this that I'm going to show you. Again, you know, I don't want to make this review way long, like I do all of them. But underneath the TIE Interceptor, there is a button that you push, and this pushes the seat up. I don't know if you guys can see that. It pushes the seat up. Well, I think he's sitting the wrong way. Let's try to sit him up correctly. It's kind of hard to do this on camera, but I think you get the idea. Okay, you sit him in there, and if you want to eject them, you press this really quick and he comes out. But so we got the 2 pilots in there. I'm not going to worry about, well, damn it. He's not sitting in there properly, man. His head is on his ass. That's okay. We're not going to worry about that. As long as you know that it does come with the 2 pilots and the 2 TIE Interceptors in Micro Galaxy. So that's part of the set. Let's put these out of the way over here. Now let's look at these figures before we look at the Falcon. We have a Rebel Trooper. And if you've seen some of my videos, there's not a lot of articulation on these figures. Just the legs bend. The head doesn't move or anything, but the hands go up and down. So you have the Rebel Trooper. You got Nimnum, the co-pilot, Celestian co-pilot, and then you got Lando and General Gear. I think this is after he gets his medal. And we know that he let Han Solo let Lando borrow the Millennium Falcon for the Death Star 2. Now let's look at the Millennium Falcon. Now this is a little bit, it has a lot of features. It's very complicated, but it is one of the most favorite vehicles in the Star Wars universe, right? Let's just do like a little detail run around of the detail here. The paint job is so great. The paint wash, the grayish color, the laser damage here on the back. You see all these laser marks. You know, sort of looks like, you know, he's been through a lot of stuff, you know. But again, this is when they attacked the Death Star at the final battle. And the detail is incredible. Look at the side here. Just look at it, really cool. I mean, it is not, you know, it's not like the the big Millennium Falcon that I did a review on last year. It's not the big motherfucker Millennium Falcon from Hasbro, okay? But as far as when it comes to the Marco collection by Jazzwares, the Millennium Falcon is one of the favorite toys, and everybody loves it. There's nothing wrong with it. Now let's look at the bottom of the Falcon first. Here we have the landing gear. You know, you got 5. And these are easily just pushed down like that. Very easily pushed down. And the turrets on the bottom don't turn or anything, but that's okay. It's just for show. The bottom does have very cool detail, the same as the top. The only thing is here, you can see the screws on here, on the bottom part, but it's fine. And again, if you move up the landing gear, the back one comes up at the same time. And then you got to do the front one. So it's really a cool ship. Now let's look at the top, and let's look at some of the features on the top. This part here, the turret, when you turn this around, it comes out like that. And here I have the other Rebel pilots sitting inside. Okay? And I didn't want to take them out because it would have been too complicated to get them out of there. But this is how this works. And I think it's a pretty cool feature. And you have the window, you know, just like in the movie. Very much detailed. And you got a little spot in here that you just push in, and then you spin it around. And that's the way you move the turret on top of the Falcon. It's really cool. It's a really cool feature, guys. I really love this. Now the cockpit opens up, you know, like any other Star Wars toy. And you can see it does have 4 seats in there. The pilot, the passengers, the co-pilot. Let's get Nim Num in there. Let's get Nim Num. Just for show. See if we can do this. There he is. And let's get Lando in there. It's a little bit rough. It's a little bit hard to see, a little bit hard to do. Let me see here. You got to remember, these are small, very small figures. These are like less than an inch tall. Okay? Can we do it? Can we get Lando sitting in there? Jesus, they make it hard. Let's rate the arms up really high. God. Hold on, give me a second. This is really complicated. Let me try to get here and okay, there you go. I didn't want to break the figure. Alright, so there you have Lando and Nim Num sitting in the cockpit, ready to go kick ass, destroy the Death Star 2. Let me get a close-up. Very cool. And then close up the cockpit. Now I know sometimes I make these reviews way too long, so stick around. You know, it's just fun, man. It's fun stuff. We're just looking at the exterior, some of the features. Now get this. This is what I wanted to. This is why I also got the Falcon. It comes with this battle damaged radar dish. Okay. that you can switch around. As you can see here, it has the remember when they're leaving the Death Star, they damaged the radar dish. So what you can do is you can remove the complete radar dish and add the broken one. And that's the way it looks with the broken dish. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's a cool thing. I mean, you didn't really need to do that. But as you can see, it does have all the damage, all the scratches right there from losing the dish. Because in the movie, it goes like, and you see it like, it's really a cool effect the way they did it. So that is one of the coolest things, that you can replace it with the damaged one. Now, I don't know, what do you guys like? Do you like the damaged one, or you like the full satellite radar dish? Which one do you guys like the best? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want to say that it's from Return of the Jedi, you got to use this one, I guess like that. That's the way it should be, like this, turning this way. Because it lost basically everything when they hit the Death Star. I think they hit one of the pipes on top. Now, let's look at the interior. Now, this is one of the parts that I really hate about the Falcon. Trying to open it. They make it really hard. Okay? Now, I'm going to save the special effects for last. Let's try to open this up. Oh, it wasn't too difficult. You click this up and the top comes up, and here is where you see the interior of the Death Star. I mean, I keep calling it the Death Star. The Millennium Falcon, man. It is the Death Star playset. Let's look at the interior. Here you have the hidden compartment. Now let's put in one of the rebel troopers in there. I think that's where I had him. He's hiding in the hidden compartment, and you have this floor that comes off. This floor part, sort of like a throwback to A New Hope when they're hiding when they get captured by the Death Star tractor beam. And here you see some of the engine parts, really cool. Here is the battery compartment, because this is electronic. Don't get me wrong, bro. This is electronic. And here's the entrance to the gun turret as it spins. Here's some of the compartments for the the weapons and the food and all the stuff that they carry in the Millennium Falcon. Look at that. And now it does not have a passageway like a door tunnel to the cockpit, but that's fine. Like even the original Kenner Millennium Falcon didn't have that. So that's okay. I'm not worried about it. And here you have the if you guys can see right there, you have the table there. And you have the booth, like they're sitting at the booth. No, I don't have a lot of figures to sit at the booth right now, but you get the idea. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, the way they did it, there's not really a lot of room inside. There's not much you can do. Just a hidden compartment, the table, chess, gaming, the Raric, whatever you call it. I forget the name. But you're sitting around and you're playing chess. Basically, that's all it is. It's chess. It's hologram chess. And over here, you got a little bit more of cool stuff in there. Put in there. And, you got just cool stuff in there. And you do have the ramp. You do have the ramp where you can come out, walking out. Now, the thing about the ramp, it doesn't really come that much lower. But that's fine. So as you can see, the ramp opens up. And that's where, that's the door. That's coming in and out of the door. So I think that's pretty much. I think it's okay. I mean, it's not again. It's not like the Hasbro one that has all these amazing features, like the Jedi training ball and all this stuff. But for a micro Millennium Falcon, is really a playset. Is really a cool playset. And here you can see the clear thrusters. That's where the special effects and the sound and the effects come in. And I really love this Falcon. I think it's better than the Galoob version. I think it's better than the Disney diecast. I have the Disney diecast Millennium Falcon. I have a lot of Millennium Falcons that I haven't shown you, but I wanted to cover this one because I do enjoy talking about Star Wars and the toys and all this stuff. So let's put back the lid on there. I mean, if you guys have any questions about the the compartments and all the places that you can play with the figures and stuff, I'm gonna leave the Rebel Trooper in there, just sitting down there hiding under there, and we're gonna put the lid back on. And you gotta click this. You gotta click it. All right. So now we're gonna look at the sound. I put in the batteries already. It takes AAA batteries, 3 AAAs. And it does have a couple of buttons. It has this button and this button. This one is for the special effects, and this one is for the lights. So we're gonna do special effects. There you go. Hey, listen to that. That's great. I mean, I think that's amazing. If you were a kid and if you like Star Wars, I think this toy would be perfect. Now this button is for the lights. There you go. Light speed, bro. I think that's light speed right there. And if you keep it pressed, you hear the thrusters going. This is really cool. This neon lights, these. And look at that. Look at it. It does have a sensor where if you spin it around, it makes noises. It does have a central control. And you can shoot the lasers while you're flying this thing. Look at that. Wow. That looks epic, bro. All right, guys. Well, I think that covers it. Let's put let's replace the broken radar dish with the before it goes into the Death Star, before it blows up the Death Star 2. And let's take a look at it again. I recommend this. I mean, I don't think this is not available anymore. You know, you probably have to go on eBay if you want this version. Again, it's called the Destroy the Death Star Battle Pack. It was a Target exclusive. I think it retailed for $39.99, but I think if you go on eBay, you're gonna pay a little bit more for it, because you do get the Millennium Falcon, and you get the two TIE interceptors that are chasing him, or chasing them. I hope you enjoy the review, guys. Have a great Friday, and may the Force be with you. Goodbye.